So I'm on my mic right now.
I'm on my rack right now, and we're two mics talking.
Yeah, 2 mics. We got 2 mics going.
We cross-talk our voices.
2 mic crosstalk.
Yeah,
we talk
two
about
mic cross-streaming.
Yeah, we talk about
I'm trying to figure out how to make
politics.
this gay, but I can't make this gay.
We talk about gay rights. We talk about the LGBT community.
Do we?
We talk about feet.
I feel like I just talk shit about them all the time, especially people with feet.
I just think you're kind of weird about homosexuality a little bit.
A little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
let's check how this goes.
Are you scared you're a little gay?
Probably. But go ahead.
We're all a little gay. It's okay.
No, let's check how this.
Like snails when
no,
they
that's
have
cool.
orgies.
Let's just check how this test goes.
All right.
Wait, all right. Welcome to the All Regerts podcast, Leftovers edition. Guys, it's Omar and Sam. We're just going to talk stupid for a bit. Enjoy.
Yeah.
You don't need the yeah. It's
I'm
not a
it.
yeah
It's
situation.
happening.
It's not, no, it's not
come
happening. Come on.
Man, I'm going to edit this into yeah.
Okay. So I feel like sometimes, we don't post a lot on our social medias and everything. I really just repost whatever the fuck you post on our account.
Yeah.
And put it on my thing. And I feel like we just put way too much thought into it.
What? No. We haven't. Look, I haven't even gone on Facebook.
Okay.
And written like a fucking 45 paragraph post about my thoughts and feelings.
Then why haven't
about my podcast?
No, but why haven't you though?
Because nothing fucking matters. I'm just doing this because I like doing it.
No, but I'm being serious because there are people like 100% like where it's like, I had an apricot today. Here is a dissertation about why I love this apricot, and that fucking post gets like 100,000 likes.
Yeah,
randomly.
Don't
even know why.
I don't know. Sometimes they're just people that are like fucking children. Everything's brand new. What? It's amazing that I can have something great.
Oh my mind.
Some people are just excitable.
Dude, there's some posts where it's just like, guys, I figured out a new way to make ice. And it's just like, if you take a clothes hairpin and you put it inside the water, and then all of a sudden it's like,
it grows guards that like take immigrants away.
Exactly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then it's like this freaking thing
Sneak
that
attacks.
like every fucking minority knows what to do. And I'm like, of course, if you put a dry towel inside freaking wet clothes, your clothes are gonna become drier because the towel absorbs the water. Yeah, every fucking Latin person knows this shit. But when a white person puts it on a TikTok, all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, it's the most viral thing ever.
Oh my god, this bitch dated a Latin person that one time, stayed the night, and was like, what's up with this extra towel in your dryer?
Look, he gave her that Latin dick.
Yeah.
But the problem was that like he's a half breed. So like it wasn't the full, like if I gave the dick, it would be 100% like you're napping.
Look,
I call my cock freaking melatonin because you out, baby.
Oh,
that's how it is.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Melatonin.
Melanin with melatonin. That's what my dick is.
You call him Mel for short?
100, yes.
Mel?
Mel for short.
Ooh.
And then...
If you ever...
Hey, no, it's not short. How dare you?
No.
I have an adequate size.
For the name.
My penis deserves the full name, not an abbreviation.
Yeah.
No, that just means I'm insecure. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
no, you're right. We're going to call my dick Mel.
4-incher.
No, we're going to call my dick Mel because I'm a secure man. All right.
Yeah.
So... And then all of a sudden...
Like Mel B from Scary Spice. Maybe he's unkempt.
Maybe my bush is just fire, and it's just like pushed around everywhere.
Yeah, she had gray hair. I loved it.
As she did. But okay, but like, so a Latin guy, not me, gave her like adequate Latin dick, and then she just wakes up, and then he's doing laundry because Latin guys like to do laundry, and then he threw in a dry towel. What?
Why?
Because we like to iron.
Oh.
It's just an excuse for us to iron.
What? Why do you like ironing?
Because we like crisp clothes. You don't see me every time I come here? My clothes are like not wrinkled.
Oh yeah, I just thought you were weird.
No, we like ironing, dude.
Oh.
It's an enjoyable thing that we like to do.
That's okay, cool.
We spray like with the water and stuff like that. We want to make sure we have a nice line.
Wow.
We buy clothes that are like wrinkle free and stuff like that. Like we love having a straight lines and everything, dude.
So why isn't there like a stereotype of Latin guys having like what is it? Dryers? Dryers?
First of all, that's
Dry
so
cleaners.
insulting.
Dry cleaners.
Where it's like Latin guys don't own dryers.
Yeah. No,
That's
dry
so insulting,
Sorry,
dude.
dry cleaners. I couldn't think of the word.
No, well,
'Cause
first of all, that shit's expensive, dude. We just iron our own shit out.
Yeah, really?
100%.
I mean,
You
like
put we put like silk is
Turn
probably one of those
profit.
things where it's just like you put a sheet on top of it, then you iron it. That's how you get the silk. That's how you get the wrinkles out of the silk.
I think it's foolish that you're not turning it into a business now. Like, you got some secrets to have crispy,
the problem
starchy,
is that,
nice,
as I mentioned
guys.
before. No, as I mentioned before, like our thing is that iron with us, like a lot of clothes are just coming out, like I said, wrinkle free and everything. They don't need our services no more, man.
Oh.
Like this,
but there's still like dress clothes and shit.
No, we like dress clothes. We like to look dressy without looking dressy. So that's why we'll wear khakis. Like you see me in khakis like all the time.
Look, dude, this cannot be like a regular everyday dry cleaning service.
No, we don't do this like every day.
No,
but
no.
like when it's special occasions, it's like
No, you gotta go to like the rich part of town
Mm-hmm.
and hawk your services there.
Look, I'm
because
telling
they got those clothes.
No, they don't like essays.
Man, they like silky.
Hey, if we were
shit.
black, that'd be great. But we're not. We're not. We're Latinos, and we're not in the cool kids club anymore.
Why not?
That's first of all, it's dark. It's the dark skins time. Let them have their time. The sun.
Okay.
Yeah, let them like be liked and everything like that. This is why like J-Lo got in trouble for like claiming she's like negrita.
Yeah.
Like she's like it's more like no. We had our time.
Oh,
we had our time. Puerto Ricans. There was a time in which everyone loved the fuck out of Puerto Ricans. She was in the top of that time. But J-Lo let the Dominicans have it.
Do you feel like the American culture are white people, I guess. Like
that's when we say American culture, we just say we mean white people. That's all it is. We mean a certain type of white people. Yeah. We don't even mean like
it's a kind way to say Karens and Kens.
No, well, like I said, there's a certain culture of that because those are the people that will consume our product. Waspy. We're not talking about like full on Midwestern people here.
No, it's like waspy people.
Waspy?
Yeah.
What is that word?
Shit.
I really don't know what waspy means.
Something
Anglo-Saxon
persons.
Is that like people? Is that what happens when you give up your WAP?
It's like
when you have no WAP, you waspy.
It's like.
By the way, I call it if you like the antithesis, the opposite of a WAP, of a wet ass pussy. I call it a DMV. Dry mundane vagina.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Oh god.
It's like you just walk her like if you don't have a wet ass pussy, you walk around with a DMV. Dry mundane vagina. I'm like, there's nothing going on here.
Could you treat it like a DMV? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like it's just business as usual.
I'm going
get
through
in,
the motions
get out. There's
so I can ride the
here.
wet ass pussy.
You're here longer than you're supposed to be. Like this is like that's how it is.
Yeah, no, it's a trial vagina.
Yeah, you have to be there. You have to. Apparently, you fail like all the time, and you have to show up. Mm-hmm. Like that's how it is. And then every year you have to renew it. Mm-hmm. That's how it is. It's just a dry, mundane vagina. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's nothing there. Like this joke, there's nothing there.
Yeah, how do we get here?
No, I'm sorry.
Let's go back. Where were we?
No, we were talking about like Latin people. We're talking about like people with dark skin and everything. Where it's just like it's their time now. Like,
yeah,
it is. Their time.
Like they already that transition period of. Before I go to black, I'm gonna go to brown, so I like ease myself into it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like high culture, mainstream, and stuff like that, where it's just like,
Asian culture was big in the 80s.
Yeah. Wasn't Indian? Well, okay, a better example of that is Indian now.
Yeah.
Indian, like I said, a lot of people have claimed that they're Indians now. It's more like, bitch, we never claimed that shit earlier.
Oh yeah.
Like that wasn't you.
Do you remember like in high school? There was, maybe this is like a time period thing and our generation just did it. But there was always that one weird, pasty-ass white kid who smelled a little bit like bread yeast, who had no
We call him sourdough for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, he was a nice kid.
What's up, sourdough? What's up, doughboy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what up, doughboy?
No, he looked pasty. Like dough. Basically. But, like, he had no identity. He had no structure.
Okay.
And those were the kids that would always get into, like, anime culture and like, fall in love with Japanese traditions and just everything. They'd be learning Japanese.
Okay.
And turning Japanese. I really think so. That was Blowjob Song. That wasn't about.
No, I'm actually curious
cultural
about this
transitions.
because isn't that exactly what we want as a culture?
We do.
Does it not meaning like don't we want as a culture? Because that should be the American perfect dream, where it's like no matter what you live by, you can be inspired by other cultures.
Yeah.
And stuff to.
We have to be. We're supposed to be a melting
No, but
pot,
I mean
right?
like fully embracing other people's cultures.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see wiggers and stuff like that, like people who are white who grew up wanting to be black, and they dress black, they act black, they look at all the music videos and everything kind of being on there.
Yeah, but the problem is there's appreciating somebody else's culture, which I think it comes from a good place. I think like wiggers and like people that like what's that, Rachel Duchard or whatever.
Wait, Rachel Duchard?
Yeah.
You're talking about Rosenthal?
No,
the one
the NAACP lady.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, that guard.
Yeah.
Duchard. I don't know, but like I don't know. It's weird. It's like.
But that's the thing, though. It's supposed to be weird, though.
But you take the culture without embracing all the shitty things that also came for that culture to be that culture.
No, but okay. So if you, because that's actually a good point. If she's head of AAACP, does that not mean?
Wait, say that again.
If she was
NAACP.
NAACP.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. If Rachel Dolezal is head of the AACP. NAACP. Sorry. If Rachel Dolezal, keep this in. By the way, keep this in to show how much I'm struggling with this. If Rachel Dolezal,
okay. That's fair. That's passable.
Is head of the NAACP.
Yeah! Finally! I want to give you a speech for how proud I am of you right now. Go on.
If this person helps this community that she's adopted.
Okay, yeah. That's
does this not mean that she's like adding to the cause? That she's taking from this culture, but she's also providing value to it. Whereas somebody similar, who was another college professor, I don't remember this person's name, but she would like go to like college applications and say that she's black, even though she was fully white.
She's the one that added herself.
And she added herself, but yet she didn't add back to the community that she was helping.
I thought she did.
There was another one that didn't.
Oh.
Now, I'm not talking about Rachel. I'm talking about another person.
Yeah, I thought the other one did too.
No, the other one was just a college professor.
Yeah, but she taught like black
there's
studies.
Okay. Well, no. First of all, there's a difference between talking like culture-wise and like an academic society where like obviously you're not going to get any oppression or pushback and everything. Than being president of the NAACP. Stuff like that, or being like part of their organization, actively doing stuff, like actively fundraising, actively putting out programs and everything. There's a huge fucking difference.
But if I'm also like
no,
I'm not on a side, but I'm
not on the professor's side because at that point you're just preaching to your choir. You're not putting any real
not
resistance.
Necessarily. I mean,
it kind of is because if
like,
someone is taking your courses and you're allowed to set the syllabus and say, hey, if you don't agree with my views, you're not going to pass my course. Then it's going to be a lot more easy that way.
We don't know what her syllabus was like.
No, but I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive that this. But if you're having someone, I don't know her syllabus, but I know power, and she had power over students.
But why would she out herself?
No, I'm not saying she's outing herself.
No, that professor lady outed herself.
No, she outed herself because there's guilt because of it. Because she knows of the fact that she's not doing much, and she profited off of something.
But it was years after Rachel Dolezal.
Exactly.
But who's to say she did not have people in her class that she was able to transfer the emotions and the empathy?
Not enough to cleanse her guilt.
Really? She
came out her. You said it yourself. She came out herself. If she honestly thought she was making a difference, she had no need for that.
maybe she really, we can make ourselves think whatever the fuck we want,
Oh, 100%. We lie to ourselves all the time.
Exactly.
But ultimately, we know the truth to ourselves. That's why we act douchey.
Yeah, but maybe she didn't discover that truth yet. Because sometimes we act
discover
douchey without knowing
but
the
problem
truth.
is that like it builds up though. The truth eventually, the truth, the actual truth.
Mhm.
You could tell your version of the truth all that you want, but if there's a deep down part of you that knows that I'm exploiting this community for my particular gain and not contributing directly to it, it's gonna build up, and there is a little bit of resonance in there. And as the years go along, as the classes go along, and she's noticing that, like, wait a minute, I'm not really converting anybody. People are taking my class only because they have to, and they're giving me bullshit because they have to, because that's what you do in every single fucking class.
Okay, yeah.
But the point where it's like you feel like you're not actually making a difference, she's just conscious enough to realize, yeah, maybe I'm not actually making a difference. I'm going to out myself and everything because I have all of this guilt in me.
Yeah.
I honestly think that if she was, quote unquote, actually making a difference, she wouldn't have felt this guilt.
No, that's just a form of justification. You can still, so let's say you have to lie to somebody to protect their feelings or whatever. You have to lie to them for a good reason.
Oh, we lie to people all the time. Yeah. It's white lies.
But you can internalize that.
We tell kids there's no Santa for a reason, because we want them to be happy.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, you feel bad about it, even though you see, it's making a difference, but that can still eat up at you. It doesn't necessarily, one can outweigh the other, and sometimes your guilt outweighs the good. So you're like, if I'm going to do good, I might as well do it as myself.
True, but why? But my issue is why are you feeling guilt in the first place?
Because I'm lying. I'm being a trusted
speaker
of this community.
She's believing in this. That's what I'm saying. That she's presenting herself as part of X community.
But it's kind of like intent and end result are not the same,
No, they're not.
And doesn't matter what her intent was. The end result was, I don't even know. Maybe it helped some people. Maybe it opened up some eyes, or she was able to tell a story in a certain way just because she's a good storyteller. I don't know. I don't know anything about her.
No,
I'm saying, but she could have helped people, though she's
but I'm not saying that she. I see your point. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that she didn't not help people.
Right.
Maybe she might have had one or two. Maybe let's even say per class that she quote unquote converted.
Right.
And everything, or at least give them more of a perspective and stuff. It's just it's like if you're the mob and you 100% you deal out drugs, you're dealing out crack cocaine, you know for a fact you're destroying this community. You know for a fact. But then every once in a while you give out turkeys and stuff. But you're
doing so different. You're profiting off of something you know is destructive.
No, you're profiting off of something in general.
Well, no, That's
okay,
so
but what's the difference between that and if you're selling coke or something?
Okay, then
not cocaine. I mean actual Coca-Cola.
What if I'm working for a charity that does pay me? I'm getting some profit off of it, but it's helping disenfranchised people.
But if you're somebody
is that bad? Because I'm still getting paid for it though.
Okay, but then all right, let's put it this way. Same analogy. But for every dollar that's being donated to your organization, 60% of that is for administration costs, and only 40% of it goes to your dollar.
Doesn't matter, because with your rationale, as long as I'm making profit, that's all that matters.
True, but what I'm saying is that for her rationale is that is not a 60%. That actually is 95% or 98% or something like that. It's not enough. She feels like she's not doing enough, so she has to out herself.
Of course.
She felt like she could be doing more, but she's not actively doing more. That's what I'm saying, is where she's at a point where that churn out is so low, the one or two quote unquote converts that she has is not enough to repress that guilt of her knowing that the reason she has a career is because she profited off the black community.
So, I guess at the end of the day, oh shit, I lost it.
No, we were talking. You were talking about as if you were saying that she is doing a form of good. What I'm saying is she feels like she's not doing enough of it.
Well, then how do you know you're doing enough?
That's a great question.
I mean, that's all subjective,
that
right?
Comes out to the person.
Because
there's some people that like 100% that they feel like they're never doing enough.
Right.
But there's other people where it's like they can do the bare minimum and be like, I did enough. They're an simple example would be like you go to the gym. There's some people that will go to the gym for 5 hours a day and feel like they haven't done enough.
Right.
Because they're not physical. They're not like at the peak physical shape.
No, that's your mental problem, dude.
That's the thing. No, what? That's the difference between her. She might have like a mental problem thing where it's just like maybe she feels like she's not doing enough.
Well, okay, I know of 2 people on, 2 white people. One's got a YouTube channel, and the other one's a model that actually got pigmentation. They went from white to black.
Okay.
So they got pigmentation. The lady got like a lot of work done.
Okay, that always looks weird, and you could always tell that looks fake.
She went through a lot. I love this model.
Can I tell you something? Well, but there's also plenty of models that like there's people you look like and be like, okay, they had work done.
She went.
I want to see this.
Blonde hair,
finally!
blue
You're showing
eyes.
me thirst traps. This is 100% different for our relationship.
Let's see.
And everything. I 100% want to see this chick, the transformation. But I want to see the before and after picture, though.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give me one of those things where it's like, you give me the baseline of like, oh, she's hot. And then beforehand, she was like, oh, she was cute when she was pasty. And everything like it. Like if before she was in the oven. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, hey, look at this dough. And then look at this dough, but baked. You know what I mean? It's like, nice. Because they always... That's why bodybuilders, like, get tans, dude. Because, like, their muscles pop out better when they're, like, bronze. They're as if they were, like, white and pasty. You know what I mean? Like nobody's ever seen, like, a buff white and pasty person and be like, oh, man, that guy's, like, super cut. They always look at like people who are like bronze and stuff like that. Like, yeah, they got like muscle bounce and everything like that. Like, in pro wrestling and stuff like that, there's 100% where it's just like they do tans and shit. Okay, see now, this picture that you're showing me is that this chick I would have fucked on the left, and then this chick I really would have fucked on the right.
But I don't know. She got everything done. She got pigment in her skin. She got, like, I don't know. She got surgery.
What are the procedures does she have? Because I'm looking at the left one, the before, and being like, all right, she looks like okay. And then I'm looking at the right and be like, wow, heroin's not a good drug.
Yeah, I think she lives in Germany.
Yeah, there's a reason where, like, you ever seen Joan Rivers before? Joan Rivers before all the plastic surgery was fucking gorgeous, dude. Like, even Google that, man, dude. She was like a fucking attractive, natural person. But then she got like all the Botox and everything like that, and then she came out like this decrepit monster, and that was being roasted by like Greg Giraldo. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when uglier comics are talking shit about your freaking looks, you know you had too much plastic surgery.
Yeah, they're mostly gross guys.
That's what I'm saying. When gross guys are talking shit about your looks, that's when it's bad.
Right.
And everything. So what I'm saying is that this lady is like the freaking that model that you showed me, but on the inside and her conscience and everything.
Yeah.
Meaning that like she felt like. Because this is actually an actual regret where it's like you profit off of something, but you realize at like later in life that like you've been using this thing and not giving it the proper respect it deserves. Mm-hmm. A lot of this can happen in like in relationships where it's like, all right, let me use this example. Mm-hmm. You personally do a lot of work for this program, and I don't give you an appreciation for it.
I don't care.
You edit the show. You also do the artwork and everything like that for this show. Mm-hmm. And you cut and you post everything. Mm-hmm. I just come here with my emotional problems and my traumas, and I just spit on the mic and everything.
Well, I mean, it's
You're loud. I'm at your place. I'm using your equipment and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't give you enough appreciation and everything like that. I do regret not doing that and everything.
who's a bitch now?
I know, I'm a pussy. Yeah, I know, I'm a pussy.
Look, dude, I didn't have a job, so I had something to do all day. And
No,
I like doing it.
No, I know, which is cool and everything. And this person, and it's very similar, where it's like this person took advantage of that situation that she was in. She went and just put like on a college application that she was black, even though she was white and had no. And she was from Kansas City, like a Jewish school in Kansas City.
I guess no.
And everything.
The question is this: obviously, she had to take from the community in order to say I'm part of this community.
Yes.
You know, like saying on a college application you're black, you're taking from that community,
right? From
somebody else that could have gotten that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at what level do you say you paid back? It's like, when do you pay back your debt to society? How long can I stay in jail for whatever crime? How long can I be persecuted for this? I'm not saying forgive everybody all the time, but it's like you can't just like paint a broad brush on everything. You know, everything's different.
That's a great question for liberals.
For liberals?
And here's why.
Why?
And everything. Can white people ever replace slavery? Can white people ever repay the black community for slavery?
Over time, maybe.
Over 400 years?
Dude, the white people never got over slavery, so there is no process of repaying.
What? Okay, so what of reparations?
Dude, systematic racism. It's still in our works.
I know, but there's going to be at some point in which.
But what I'm saying is the repayments part hasn't even happened.
There's a lot of white people that feel like that's kind of like, there's a lot of white people that feel like they've already repaid their debt to society, like they've gotten rid.
Like
of
what?
It. Meaning that like they don't we stopped lynchings and everything.
Oh, bitch! There was a lynching a couple months ago. There are 3 mysterious ones.
I know.
And we stopped talking about it.
I know.
So yeah, we stopped lynching.
Conservative radio is fucking weird.
As of like,
but
3
there's like
months
a lot
ago.
of it where there's a lot of people going like, well, you have opportunities if you want to.
Okay, look, that's not fair. Here's what happened.
Okay.
We're all minorities, and at the end of the day, the rules are set by white people. It's their board. It's their game, and you have to let go a piece of yourself to fit into the white culture. You know what I mean? You can't be 100% Mexican when you're around white people. I can't be 100% Pakistani when I'm around white people.
Right. Because
and it's not like you would never get it, but there is a cultural difference.
Then under that logic, because what this professor felt was white guilt.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Which is like, at what person does this person not feel that white guilt anymore? And because she knows she profited off of this community, much like slave owners profited off of slaves.
Right.
Now, that's an extreme example.
Yeah.
Example. And I'm honestly trying to be fair here.
Dude, for the record, a lot of countries profited off of slavery.
Well, no shit. But if we go down that route.
Like, other than America. Part of the reason Northern Africa has a lot of Muslims is because brown people went in there for that shit too.
I know, and a lot of the reason there's Chinese people in Mexico is because we profited off of fucking Chinese labor. Yeah, that's us too.
Yeah,
and everything.
There you go.
We did a lot of. If you look at the history of Mexico, we've done a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah,
because we're also part European. Let's not forget this.
Oh hell yeah,
and everything.
There's Spain and Argentina.
It's not exactly like we were pure. We were eating it. We were eating each other before the fucking Spaniards came.
Okay, yeah, that was
my favorite Andrew. By the way, side note, my favorite Andrew Schultz joke is the one where he goes like, "Man, you go to Egypt, everyone's like, wow, built these pyramids." What you guys don't realize that there's like in Mexico, there's pyramids too. Nobody questions who builds that shit. They know who be building those pyramids.
Yeah. I don't understand. There were no Mexicans up here at the time, so
exactly.
Who built these goddamn pyramids?
No, but it's like
Jews. What? No.
But we're playing that. But again, is that particular game where it's just like, hey, we were oppressed by you guys back there. Now, granted, a lot of this just comes from power and stuff, where it's just like white people had power over at that moment in time over this particular race or this particular people and stuff. But
they still do.
Everything still, but again, the rules still change because if you go out in nature and you're just walking around, you see a goddamn fucking bear.
Yeah.
You see a black bear just hanging out there. Guess who has power at that moment in fucking time where you're walking around and the bear sees you and looks at you as lunch? You know what I mean?
The bear.
100%. Unless you have a gun that's fucking powerful enough to fucking shotgun blast that fucking that bear's head off, then.
But that's a temporary situation.
Again, a lot of like temporary.
Unless you live in the woods.
Again, unless you live in the woods, you would know good enough to not be out there without being armed.
Right.
And then, but if you're but at that moment in time, that bear has the fucking power and stuff. Where it's just like you walk out in nature and you see that fucking bear just going out there and just there's no salmon hanging out. Fucking all the deer have like been smart enough to avoid his ass.
Shit, and
then
he
sees you just freaking like hanging out there and be like, you know what I want to munch on? That left tit. And just 100% just goes over and chops you and just eats you ass first. They eat ass first, dude.
Well, I mean, it's an easy way to get in, you know?
I know.
I mean,
but you're not dead.
Opening.
Like I feel like if you get your ass eaten out by a bear, you should instantly die.
But maybe if you enjoy ass eating, you get to die.
Okay. Yeah,
loving what you love. What? That's great.
No, you got a good point there. Stuff like that. So these black bears are freaky. They see my fat white ass just hanging out there and stuff. I'd be like, "Ooh, that girl fine."
Dude, all wild
and just go over there and just want to munch on that shit.
Maybe
it's like, "Hey, boo boo, can I go eat on that shit, baby?"
Yeah, it could turn into like an orgy.
Yeah, 100%. It's Yogi Bear, but he's in a bow tie. It's just like fucking hanging out there. It's be like, "Hey, boo boo, see that nice piece of ass out there hanging out?
I'm gonna have a ham roast.
I'm gonna munch on that big basket. You know what I mean?" Yeah. Just eat that shit ass first.
I don't think that's a good idea, Yogi.
I don't need no consent for this shit. All right, we're not putting that on the podcast. That part is being cut.
I did a perfect boo-boo.
Yeah, I know you did.
And now you made a boo-boo by saying edit this. You bitch.
Thank you for listening to the All Regerts podcast with Sam Narani and Omar Gonzalez. Remember this, just because you have regrets doesn't mean you cannot live life as if you have no regrets. Have a wonderful day.